Hello, this is a Mego 1979 black hole figure. It's on the Italian card. It's really nice. It's Dr. Hans Reinhardt, and it's a pretty cool thing. It's probably the last black hole figure I picked up of late. Hans Reinhardt, Doctor. So the US cards were pretty similar to this, but they were more, I think the Italian cards look nicer. Like you've got a better look at the ship there, the black hole. Got some Italian writing up there. The GIGI, which was also imported the Power of the Force figures back in the day. Power of the Force 2 Star Wars figures. There's Dr. Hans Reinhardt. So these figures were at the time quite advanced because they had good articulation. They had knees, elbows, the O-wing construction in the torso, plus the head that rotated. I actually had these figures as a child. I remember going to a shop called, in those days it was a big shop, it was just like Selfridges was. It was called Whiteley's. It was in Queensway. It's been, the building has been demolished now, which is quite upsetting because, you know, it's part of my childhood, and it was reopened in '89 and was turned into a sort of shopping mall, and that's just closed. They had a Toys R Us there, so I picked up a few bits and bobs there now and again. Now it's all gone. I think it's going to be made into luxury flats. I think they're going to keep the front of the building though and just turn it into luxury flats. Great looking figure. He's clad in his red outfit. He's got the beard. These figures are quite notorious for the thumbs being broken if you're collecting loose ones. There's not too much on YouTube about these figures, you know. There's a few, few channels. That Destructor, he picked up a loose humanoid, which is great. I think he's got all of them now. There's a guy in the UK that customizes these figures, paints them up, makes them look really good. He's got a lot of the 12-inch. There's two lines. There's 3.75, which is like this, which is in scale with the Star Wars figures, plus the 12-inch as well. So as I picked a lot of them up at Whiteley's in a single purchase. We're talking about 1979, so obviously I saw the movie, and these figures must have been heavily discounted at Whiteley's. I remember picking up the Creature Cantina there as well, the Star Wars Palatoy Creature Cantina. So I think back in the day I would have picked up the Sentry. As far as I remember, I had two of those, maybe Vincent. Is it Pizer? Or Dan Holland and Pizer? Definitely remember having those two. Maybe one of those two, I can't really remember. I don't know if I had Kate McRae. I'm not sure I had Maximilian. I'm sure I had old Vincent. So, this figure's really nice. It's sort of, its body's based on the Micronaut body. So it's really well articulated for the time. Classic. So I think the robots are my favourites. So I do have this one on a US card ungraded. I've got this one on an Italian card graded, AFA 80. I've got Maximilian on an Italian card 80. Star is a really tough one to find. These three are the hardest ones to find. I was saying this on Action Figure Graders channel when I was waffling away about other action figures, and you know, Star is just such a rare figure. Humanoid is just a legendary figure. To find a carded example of a humanoid, it would be incredibly rare. It's just such a cool figure and very, very hard to find. What happened with these three is that they were only sold in Canada and Italy. So the distributor in Canada was Grand Toys, and in Italy it was GIGI. And I think what happened was that the Italians and the Canadians had paid for these figures, and so they got them, whereas in the US they didn't. But I'm not sure if there are carded examples of these on US cards, so that would need further research. Yeah, great figures though. You got Ernest Borgnine. You got what's his name from Psycho? Anthony Perkins. If you've ever seen a film called Medium Cool, he's the star of that film. It's a late 60s sort of film that's sort of done in that sort of documentary style. Really good film, Medium Cool. Dr. Hans Reinhardt, which is this figure here. But if you could track down the Century, even Vincent and Maximilian, they're worth picking up. I mean, there's been talk over the years of Disney picking up this movie again and having another stab at it. I mean, I'd love that because, you know, I actually like this movie, so, you know, it's sort of Disney's, you know, trying to, I don't know if they were working on this before Star Wars came out, but, you know, it's got some interesting ideas. Really nice. I mean, the ending is quite Dante's Inferno. So yeah, great looking figure. This one's UKG graded. I think I got this for quite a good price a few years ago. It's UKG graded Dr. Hans Reinhardt 1979 gig, Italian 12 back. Card gets 75, bubble 80, figure 85, overall grade is 75%. Yeah, not too bad. It's got a couple of little holes. You can see where the C is. There's a couple of pinholes, which is unfortunate. So someone pinned this to the wall, probably when they're trying to sell it. Very nice. I mean, maybe 3, 4, 5 years ago you could pick these figures up loose, or I mean carded but ungraded, for about £20 to £30 each. Now they're a bit more. Really nice. I mean, because I played with these figures as a child, they've got that sort of appeal to me, because this is something from my childhood, so, you know. Really nice. So that's your Italian carded black hole figure, Dr. Hans Reinhardt, played by Maximilian Schell. Really nice. See the writing there is in Italian. Walt Disney's The Black Hole. I think it's more like, the film didn't do very well at the time, but it's sort of got that sort of cult status now. So yeah, this is actually a sticker applied to the card. So they could just use a generic card for all the figures and then just put the stickers on, different character names. Music for the films by the guy who does the James Bond themes, and a lot of that sort of, what's his name? I can't remember. It'll come to me. Old Bob. These three are the wear-ons. So I've got him on them because in Italy they did a sort of 6-inch line of magnetic figures. So they did him, they did Vincent, and they did Maximilian in that line. So I've got Star as the 6-inch magnetic figure by Mego. Really nice. So yeah, quite nice. I mean, it's a nice looking card back because you've got the photographs on the back, and then you've got the front of the card, which is quite visually appealing. If you ask me, the black hole, the way it's sort of swirling into a black hole, the ship being pulled in. Excellent. Let's see if we can get a good look at the figure. Really nice. Scarlet red outfit. Excellent. But it's the humanoid on the back, this one here, that's worth a fortune. If you could ever find one of those, it's such a rare figure. Star as well. I mean, even loose graded, that goes for about $600, $700. This one, the mind boggles. A carded example of a humanoid would be worth a fortune. Old Bob as well, about the same as the star. There's a nice look at the Sentry. So it's the star's just the same as the Sentry but in black, whereas the Sentry's in the sort of purple colour. Okay, so hope you enjoyed looking at this figure. This is the Black Hole Dr. Hans Reinhardt from 1979. Great looking figure. You never know, Disney might decide to resurrect the Black Hole. Probably doubt it though. There was talk about it though at the time, maybe 5-6 years ago, but nothing's come of it. Okay, so cheers, goodbye.